Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Gonna wait till a few more people jump on, let you know what I'm doing. Feels like I haven't seen anybody in forever. So when you jump on, if you're new, make sure you say where you're from. If you're watching the replay, not only like, but make sure you hit follow, and that way you'll be notified when we have a new video. Hey Patsy, or just when we have a new video if you don't catch me live. All right, I'm finishing up my eggs. I'm getting ready to take my hearts down off of my mantelpiece. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Helen. Hey, Donna. I'm getting ready to take my hearts down off my mantle, and I want to put, hey, Christine. Let's see, we got Georgia, Texas, Tyler, Texas. Been missing you. Doris, I know it. I didn't do one Thursday. I normally do Sunday through Thursday. And I didn't do one Thursday. So, okay, Chris, the sound is on. How do you turn the sound off? Okay. Let me turn my comments off of here, and then I can see it up there. I didn't do it Thursday, so it seems like forever since I've talked to all my friends. Hey, Sin. Yes, it's been a while. Good to see you too, Cindy. Hello. Hey, Linda. Hey, and Jeannie, please come and get some of this ribbon for your, because that is the cutest little popsicle sign. And I think I have some ribbon that actually has all those colors in it that I kind of bought for like a fiesta type thing. Fiesta, you know, ribbon, and I think it's got just about all those colors in it, but girl, you know I have plenty, and you do stuff for me all the time, so please come get some. Thank you so much, Rosemary. Rosemary just shared the Sins Crafters. Listen, please click on that and ask to join. You don't have to fill out any kind of questionnaire or anything like that. It just sends me a notification and I accept you. That way, not only if you don't want to post your pictures, you can see what everybody else is doing. Because, you know, they'll take some of my crafts and make it their own, change it a little bit, and it may give you some ideas. I love to see when y'all do crafts just about exactly like I do. Trust me, I don't care. Pass on if you have any friends that craft a lot, tell them to send me a request, and we can all see what each other's doing. Y'all, this is just something we went over several times. It was the egg, but I'm gonna do a little bit something different with this. It's little eggs you get. Here was the big one. I've started taking it apart, and I actually found 3 little ones. So I'm gonna do 2, and then these 3 little ones, but I'm only gonna do this one right here live, and then we're gonna actually do a 4th of July, like a red, white, and blue, which, you know, you can do 4th of July, or a lot of people that do red, white, and blue all the time in their house. I'm one of them, so it'll look really good. Did you work with your sisters this weekend? No. Beth and I went yard selling yesterday together, but Stephanie, you know, they have a lot of family in town, and they had to go back to the church and eat like a meal and stuff. The ladies of the church really wanted to make all the family that was in town another meal, so she's been pretty busy with that. So, and her grandbabies are here, so... And her son's here from Colorado. She's got some people from way out of town. So, Beth and I and Chris went yard selling it yesterday. We had like a few. And y'all, we did not wake up early to go these. We didn't go till like 10:30. So we're getting like the scraps of what probably they had left. But, you know, we had forgotten about it. And we were like, we're just going to go anyway. And I got some pretty cute stuff. There's actually something I wanted to show y'all on here because there was a girl and they're moving. Why didn't you use 2 eggs put together? Oh, I mean, I started to, but it's going to be behind my, like it's going to face my mantelpiece. So I thought, you know, I didn't really have to have the back. But yes, that would have been good too. I actually did the hearts. I did one that was double-sided, and the other I did not do double-sided, and from the front you can't tell, you know, which is which. So I think it would be really cute, especially if you wanted to set it down like in a dough bowl or something. Double-sided would have been awesome. But what I'm going to do is exactly what I have on my hearts on my mantelpiece, so that's why I didn't put two together. Hey Katie, how are you? Finally caught you live. What are you making? Okay. First, we're going to make kind of like a garland, just like I made. And of all nights, for it not to be behind me like it normally is, it's to the side. I'm going to actually hang it up there exactly like I did my hearts. I think there's only like one place, y'all, and I'm just so used to not having to do... When I usually open this, I can grab some out of the center, and it's so easy to continue pulling. Well, I have put everything in here to start this new roll and could not find the end, so I had to do the outside, and y'all, this is aggravating. If you have this big roll, I've never had a problem finding the center part, but today I actually did. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm just, I'm using the loops, going round and round. And remember, try not to use any kind of pattern, because if you deviate a little bit from that pattern, you'll really be able to tell. So you really want to make sure, you go sideways, straight up and down. That way you don't have too much in one spot, not enough in another. Okay, and I think I'm going to end this. I think I've gotten what I want to do. And I put a good little bit in here. And the good thing about this, y'all, and the reason why I don't ever worry about how much I use on these, is say, I take my hearts down and I'm like, I'm going to do something different next year. I don't need those hearts. I can find the end where I either tied it or glued it, and you could just wind the string back up. You can keep the heart shape if you want to, if we decide to put something on it different next year. Hey, Mama. But don't think that, you can't take something apart and reuse it. Even if you redid it next year, you'd have this jute all year, on other projects. So, try to just put this in a knot. Okay, well, what I want to do different with it is, like eggs, and I'm scared of color, especially when it comes to my mantelpieces. Normally, I either stick with one color. I can't just put everything up there. And the sad thing about that is it's always the background on my live, so I feel like I need to put everything up there, but I can't, because when I walk in, I can't stand to look at it. So basically, it's like, it's gray and white, what my living room is in here. It's like a granite, I think is what the paint was called, and white. So I have a lot of jute or burlap colors already up there, and white and gray and brown. So what I really wanted to do is I want to be able to put polka dots on one egg, and I want to be able to put maybe some chevron or just like a couple of stripes on it, like you would see, cute little Easter eggs. Hey, from Sunny 60 in Pennsylvania. Glad I caught you live. Yeah, it's beautiful here. It's kind of cool here today. I'm loving this weather. Nobody else is, but it was beautiful. New York, beautiful day today. Hey, Cian, watching from Prince Edward Island, Canada. I think that's so cool that now I know what PEI is. Kentucky, Mississippi. Hey, y'all. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I got out my yarn, because I thought with a little bit of, I didn't have a whole lot of white jute, but, I can do this. So what we're going to do is make, for this one, and I'll kind of go over how I'm going to do the other egg, but we won't do it on here to take up all that time. But I did get on here a little early because I owe y'all for Thursday. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make little pom-poms, and I'm just going to make them with my hand, but I will show you a way. I've got like a toilet paper roll here that you can flatten out. Any kind of cardboard you have, anything that'll slip right out. Cardboard is always really good. Sometimes if I open things and I have like a good tag, which I don't up here, just depending on how big you want your pom-pom. And I don't want my pom-poms to be very big. If I did, maybe I'd go this way. But I think we're only going to go from top to bottom on this. Or you can, see it's about the width of your hand. You could just use your hand to do this. So either way, I always kind of like to do this to have like a little guide. And these are gonna be our polka dots. But remember, if you wanted to do this with just paint, you know, this is like cloth. It will, you know, absorb your paint. So get your chalk paint out and you could just paint your polka dots on here. You can get this jute out and maybe dye it and do some little pom-poms. The only thing about jute pom-poms is they don't fluff quite as well. You'd have to work with it a long time to get it a nice little circular pom-pom. Or the little tiny, but anything kind of this size, I wouldn't suggest you a small pom-pom with. Hey, Sam, watching from Kentucky, Mississippi, Georgia. Your hair looks good. Oh, thank you. Oh, you know, oh, you're saying because I washed the gray out of it Thursday night. Yeah, I had to go to that funeral Sunday, so I was like, they don't want to see this grandma walking in with my skunk stripes. So I decided to wash the gray out of it. You are so sweet. Thank you, Sharon. Okay, so we're going to get this. And I can start and just start at the length. And just, all right, before I start this. If we're going to do several little pom-poms, they don't all have to be exactly the same, but it kind of helps. That way you can kind of see what you want to do. You know, it just looks a little bit more uniform. You don't have to do it. You could do one big one, a few little ones, another big one. But, you know, I have to have all mine. So when you start this, just count really quick. And if you're a couple of off, don't undo it and recount it. You know, like if you say, okay, I'm going to do 40 and you get like 35, somebody calls your name, just kind of eyeball it. Don't take it all apart, but kind of get it. You don't want one to be really, really cute and thick, do 20, and the other one's 40. I would say just stick with the number and you'll do good. Hey, Rhonda from Spokane. Rhonda, there is another Rhonda on here with an H, and the other day, right when I saw her first name, I started to think it was you, but she actually said where she was from. From Missouri, Arkansas. Okay, so we're going to do maybe 40. See, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 40. Okay, and I think that's a good little amount. If we take this one off and it looks like I need to do 50, you know, remember this is really small. You know, maybe if you did the length of this one, you may not need as many, but this is not regular yarn. It's a little bit softer and just slightly bigger than your regular yarn. So if you only have regular yarn at home, don't do my 40, maybe go up to like 60. All right, let's see. So let's cut it this length. And I wish I would have brought that little cart. I went to someone that was moving yesterday, and she had a craft cart. She was like selling all her little craft things. She was like, you know, it's just too much to have to move it. I think they maybe move a lot, maybe their job or whatever. Because she had like, you know, I'll just get some more, you know, she was just selling it. So it was like a little cart like we have, but it didn't have wheels on it. And it's full of a lot of things I could use. A lot of things I threw away I would never use in my life. Like she was saving tissue paper, and there was some cards in there, like some stationery, different card, and a cute little card organizer that I'm going to give to somebody that I know does a lot of cards. But she had these things in it, y'all. And I know, you know, like when you buy a pair of scissors and they have like the little ripple on it, that means when you cut it, it gives you a ripply edge. Well, these look like some kind of cap, and you mash this button and a blade comes out, but I'm sure you're supposed to cut paper with it, but I have no idea. I've never seen them, don't know how to use them, and they're like 5 or 6 in there. So I'm going to have to show them to y'all. So hopefully maybe one of y'all know what it is. Hey, all, hope your weekend was good. Michigan weather was sunny but chilly. That's kind of how ours was, Jen. It felt really good outside, but it was a little chilly, which, you know, of course, I love that. Look at me. I'm able to wear long sleeves today. I had to go to the grocery store, y'all. And have you ever went to the grocery store and spent, God, I know I probably spent $300, which probably 50 or 60 of it was stuff you can't eat. And see, even, I'm going to make this a little shorter, but I still feel like it could be thicker. I always try to cut mine in a little arc, maybe to help it. because it still seems to be too long for what I'm thinking. See, I want to put little, no, it's still too long. So I wasted probably half of mine on this. The next one we'll have to do smaller. But y'all, I went to the grocery store, spent all that money, and don't get me wrong, I have a lot of groceries. But it's like a snack. You know, I'm trying to eat healthy. And we do eat a lot of fruit. But then sometimes, you know, you just want a little snack. And I went in there and I was like, I don't have anything to snack on. I'm like, I just got home from the grocery store. Made 900 trips inside because I was the only one here carrying them in by myself. Okay. So we want it to be kind of perfect. And the only reason why I'm going smaller is I really like this size. But I want to be able to put like at least 4 on there. So I'm thinking that even that is still too big. Pink and sheer. That's what I would think they are. Now I have a pair of pink and shears, Judy, but they're not a pair of scissors. They are some scissors in there that, you know, have the little, you know, ridges on there, you know, to cut different shapes. But these have a blade that are different shapes in this little circular thing. But it's got to be some kind of cut. Okay, and I like that. Okay. So we'll have to go like super smaller than what we're doing. Yes. Okay, that seems the size that I want. All right, so we're going to do, you know, several like that. But I like it. I think the 40 is good. We just maybe, let's go in half. And all I did was just fold my little toilet paper roll in half. Happy Sunday, everyone from Texas. You too. Is it Melanie? Yeah. Pink and shears. Hey, Lynn. It was gorgeous in Ohio. Worked all day in the yard. Does it go with a Creative Memories cutting system? Blue cases? No, I'm going to grab it because I thought Chris may walk back in here and I'll be able to ask y'all, but hold on. All right, I'm coming back. All right, I just grabbed about 4 of them, but this is what they look like. Shoot. Okay. It says straight, scoring, pinking, and decal. All right. See how like when you turn it, it's got this like, if you can see right there, it's got this blade that I take it would like cut paper. Are they whole bunches? No. It's easy to spend $300 every on up so much. Yes. But they have different blades on them. And when you turn it, like this little cap, they come out. So that just looks like a straight edge, kind of like what this one looks like. And I don't know if you can hear that. And this says pinking. So like, see how the little blade is like a pinking shear? And you think maybe if there was something you could like just score your paper with, but you have to hold it out. But maybe it goes into some kind of like piece of machine right there. Maybe she just left them in here, but there was no machine for this to go with, I don't think. I think they go on a cutting board. They slide. Oh, and there was some kind of something in there, and I left that part in the truck. You're so smart. All right. So I think I know what you're talking about now, and I'll get Chris to go get that. It looks like one of those, like that slices paper. There was a little thing on top of it, and I left that piece in there because it's too long to go in the little drawer system. Edging for paper. Okay. Looks like attached to a board. Looks like something for card crafting. They're used to make cards to cut cardstock. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to take them to work with me. And see about it. Okay, well, I just thought they were super neat. And I was like, what does this go to? Okay, so we got one. All right, let's try this size. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. I done got hot all of a sudden running. Hey, Neely, man. My baby's coming home Thursday, y'all. 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 20. I'm so excited. I got my stir. Well, part of that money I spent at Walmart today is my stir baby. I had to finish getting her Easter basket full, and I got all her favorites, Neely. And Buffy, we have a friend that rents that's like little house that it used to be our office, but he rents it now, and he's got this lab, and he's always gone. Actually, it's his son's hunting dog. So Buffy is dog sitting, and she's been gone all day. So me and Jake have been hanging out, their dog. Now Jake, for a lab, he's skinny. Well, I would say skinny for a dog. And so I have fed him 2 meals today. And he's had some treats. He had a Frosty Paw, which I don't know if y'all feed your dogs Frosty Paws, but please go get them because dogs love them. It's ice cream for dogs, and they love it. So he had a Frosty Paw. My baby just moved to New York this weekend. Oh my gosh, Jen, that would be a night. Neely lives 2 hours away, and I despise it. I wish we were like, Little House on the Prairie. We just all live together forever. Missed you. I wanted you to know this. You mean a lot to us. Oh, my Darlene, I missed y'all too. Chris was like, it's been forever since you went. I said, I skipped Thursday. But I know. I said, gosh, it's been 3 days. But Jake, yeah, today, Jake, we were hanging out. We was best friends. And I looked at Chris when he got home. When I gave him another little treat. And he said, I looked at him, because they're always calling Sterling big because, she's not a hunting dog. She's our pet. So we feed her all kind of stuff. And they're always talking, and he's always talking about, see, Jake, we work him. When that poor baby, he was starving today. I could tell he's eating that food like he hadn't eaten a month. So I fed him a little bit more. And so I looked at Chris and I said, they just don't know. I'll get him up to Sterling's weight if they keep leaving him alone with me. I don't like anything to go hungry. Well, he's so sweet. All he wants is love. You know how people are and they leave their dogs outside. I can't stand that. Hunting dogs, they leave them outside and all your other babies get in. And my cats are just looking at, they don't really know a strange dog. Because Sterling, grew up with them, so they don't really mess with her. She doesn't mess with them. With Jake, they sat up on the table today and looked out the window and just watched him like, what's this strange dog doing at our house? Glad she is spreading her wings, but still making my heart ache. My son is looking to move to St. Louis in a month. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That's okay. I've been busy with my brand new grandson. Ooh, Doris, I bet you've been spoiling that baby. Gosh, I can't wait to get something to spoil, y'all. I'm like one of them crazy women. I'm like, do I need to kidnap this, me a little kid? I mean, I'm not. But I always think, please let me take them home for a while. Yeah, I think I may be with this size. See, y'all, this is what I'm talking about. That way, I'm sticking with the colors I am, but it's still going to be Easter eggy. Now, the little ones, I'm going to probably do jute on these, and I probably won't do anything on these because they're just going to be like my end pieces and the centerpiece. But see, y'all, I only had to, so this is good. So I just smashed it down, and then I folded it in half. So that really worked out. I only had to really cut just a little bit off of that one. So that's the perfect size for this size. I still have best dog ever. Should just raise a pack of puppies. I know, that's what I'm thinking. Next time we have a litter of cats, I'm just keeping all of them, which we're never going to have anymore. And Sterling, I'd keep her forever, but she really does miss her mama so much. She loves her Nana. But I can tell, like, she'll look at me sometimes like, where's my mama? And I'm like, oh, she's coming. But, I mean, y'all, when Neely and I lay in the bed with her, or, like, we're on the couch and we're cuddling with her, you can just tell she's just in heaven. Because she got her Nana who spoils her rotten and her mama who takes her to the park and just loves her, too. She's like, ah, it doesn't get any better than this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. It's a little harder to get my string through this little tiny one. Maybe if I can remember on the other ones to put the string on here first would be smarter. You know, Chris and I were arguing in the yard with Buffy because we were putting our peach trees out. And I was running irrigation to them, and I didn't care if it wasn't berry. They were like, oh my God, it's ugly. And I'm like, either they're going to die or I'm going to get this line out. I'm not going to come in here and water them every day. So I was like, I looked at Chris, Buffy, and I said, work smarter, not harder. And Chris said, that's not how the saying goes. And he said, and I said, well, whatever way, that's what it means, is you don't have to work so hard if you work smart. So then he continues to say, he says, from the book of Cynthia, smarty pants. I'm going to have to write my book. I love your southern accent. Judy, where are you from? I bet it's super southern. Love to be a Mingma and get coffee and a pup cup. He loves it. I wonder if a pup cup is the same thing as a Frosty Paw. In the popsicle aisle, if you've never seen them, for all my dog lovers out there, especially if you have a bigger dog, little dogs, Beth's Yorkie and her, what do you call those sausage looking dogs, a Dachshund or whatever, her dogs ate them, not like Sterling. You know, she sits down and licks that bowl to where it looks like nothing, and they're only cups about that big. But if you go into your freezer section where your like little ice cream cups are, they have a dog on the front of them, and they're called Frosty Paws. Then it's ice cream for dogs. They have original, which is probably just a white vanilla, and then they have a peanut butter. And our store has been out of the peanut butter. They haven't ordered any in like 6 months, and that's really Sterling's favorite. But she'll take the original. She doesn't turn any kind of snack down. But y'all, your dog would love them, especially in the summer when it's really hot. They love it. I give her one, and we call them her dead soldiers that will just be on the floor. Okay, now see, that one just seems like it's a little bit bigger. But get them. But listen, the first time I couldn't find them in our Walmart, I asked one of the little guys that work in there, you know, did he know where they were? Because, you know, I assumed they would be back where the dog stuff is. They're not. They actually have to be frozen. And he walked up, and I said, oh, there's the box right there. See, it says Frosty Paws. And he goes, I didn't know that was for dogs. So, I mean, I'm wondering if there's any parents that ever went in there and gotten their kids, like those, like the little ice cream cups. That yarn looks like something that I used to make several Africans for my granddaughter when she was little. She said, then she will be 16 later this year. Oh my gosh, 16. I bet she's so excited she get to drive. You know, I remember how, God, it seems like it's a coon age. I mean, just forever ago when I decided, when I was fixing to turn 16. But don't you remember how excited you would get? You know, like just little things. Like if your mama was like, you know, I got to move the car, like on another side of the yard. You're like, I'll move it. The day Neely turned 16, I told her, I said, okay, my taxi service is closed. I said, when I need something from the grocery store, you going. When your sister needs to go somewhere, you taking her. And she never complained. She was fine with it. It wasn't until they probably got a lot older that one day I was like, can you go get something from the grocery store? And you could tell they wanted to say no, but they went and got it. Makes them from vanilla yogurt and fruit that is safe for dogs. Oh, yeah, because, you know, I did not know this until Sterling. Like, Neely's all about, we just gave our lab and our dog of 15, 16 years, like, whatever they ate, they ate. But, you know, I think blueberries and strawberries are really good for their teeth. And if you smash a strawberry, I mean, a blueberry, Sterling will eat it. But sweet potatoes are the best thing you can give a dog. I give it to her, and Sterling knows how to eat it off a fork. I'll get it and give it to her when it's hot. Her mama mixes it with her food, and that's got to be gross. I'm like, Neely, that's gross. Hey, Carol from Utah. Looks nice with my hair down. Oh, I had it up earlier. I need to put it back up. I'm hot, but thank you, thank you. I forgot to put the little piece under it again. I think I'm going to be able to get 2 more, and then y'all be able to see. And the good thing about this, y'all, remember it's an Easter egg. So if you want to do like a pink polka dots or multicolor polka dots, that's fine. You know me, I can't take all that color. But I love farmhouse because, you know, you can do anything and do it, you know, white or jute or, you know, distressed white, and it looks good. Seeing you make me so happy. I enjoy your crafts and down to earth. Thank you, Jenny. Down to earth is really just code for this country girl stories. I dry sweet potatoes for my doggy like tater chips. When Neely first started off, she had this like little recipe called dog bark or something like that, and you're supposed to be able to like thinly slice your sweet potato, like the length of it, and make, you know, thin slices like bark is. Put it on a sheet and bake it. And I take it you bake it till it's really crispy, because then you just put it in your jar and it's crispy, and you that like bacon strips, but yet it's sweet potato. Because I had to sneak Sterling bacon because Neely don't let her eat bacon, so we just had to sneak it to her. I'm like a terrible grandmama. But yes, there's all kind of little doggy treats, but I bet they're it's kind of expensive. But if y'all, you know, if you got to think these are your fur babies on Amazon, and I'm sure they have a website, but I've only ever ordered it from Amazon. There's something called Buddy Butter, and it's like peanut butter for dogs. There's one that's a pumpkin flavor that is Sterling's favorite. I mean, but now don't get me wrong, this stuff is not cheap. I mean, compared to the peanut butter you would buy for yourself. But I wish I could get the recipe for it, because she loves, there's some that's, I think the only 2 kind I've ever bought her is the banana kind and the pumpkin. And she ate the banana just fine, but the pumpkin, you know, she's in there like licking everything like, you know, she's never going to get any again. So, and the pumpkin smelled really good, too. It's a pretty day. Thank you, Diane. Y'all can't see. Look, you see the sweat on my face? Oh. I hadn't even eaten any sugar today. But I do have long sleeves on. All right, wait, one more. All right, let's cut this little booger down. Most of the time, I'll tell you to hold your little, you know, the string that you tied everything together back, like say these 2 pieces, because you're usually going to tie it on something. But since we're just going to glue it on here, you can just go ahead and cut it, you know, the length of everything else. And I want to go ahead and tell you tomorrow what I'm making, because, you know, I don't go to work on Mondays. Is I've had, and I know so many people have made one of these, and my mom always has one, but I've never made one. The big lighthouses made out of terracotta pots. She made it last year, and she painted it red. And I think she just painted it red because, you know, you kind of just think you have to paint them these colors. But I looked on Pinterest, and there were several on there that were like tan and white, or, you know, that sand color for the ocean. I mean, for the beach. So, I told her I wanted to redo it. And she said, okay, so I'm going to prime it during the day, because what we're going to do at the bottom is I got a lot of rocks and shells, and in the bottom dish, we're going to not only put the rocks on it and glue them down, I'm going to actually pour like a watercolored epoxy in the bottom of it. So it'll kind of look like the ocean at the base of it. And I told her I wanted to paint it the sand color and kind of go up with the seashells. I mean, gosh, she does, and I have a ton of seashells. We don't live near the beach. What am I ever going to do with them? So, all right, so that's what I'm going to do tomorrow night. So, I mean, unless you plan on doing something like that. But, I mean, now you get on here and watch, and we can chit-chat just as normal, but I want to give y'all a heads up. That's what I'll be doing tomorrow. You know, I've made 5 of these, and I keep forgetting to put the yarn down first each time. All right, would love to have the recipe. Okay, y'all were talking about another thing. Hey from Cobb, Illinois, Sandy, Cobbtown, put your tying string in. I know, Cheryl. Just getting all fast. You see how easy it is to do when you have like a little template. You just get to going, and it only takes you a second. It should not have taken me this long to make them, but I'm jibber-jabbering. My jibber-jabbering. Y'all, we pick up our tractor Wednesday. They'll have all the parts on there. So get ready for some DIY yard stuff. Chris and I, you know, we think we're some DIY experts. But what we're going to be, just like with my crafts, we'll be the people that'll tell you what not to do. Oh, I hear Jake. Y'all, he's jumping up on my door. Oh, no, I've never dealt with a dog trying to get my house. He's scratching my door. Where is Chris? Bless him. He's just wanting to see where I am because we best friends now because I fed him all day. Put the tying string in. What are you making? I was late. Sandy, I am making, you know how I had the hearts behind me, the jute garland? We're making our Easter eggs, but instead of just having the garland, we're actually putting pom-poms on it, and I'm at least showing you my polka dot one. I'm not going to make everybody watch the other one. We're going to get on to our other craft. I really was bored today. I wanted to go to Hobby Lobby, but I forget they're not open on Sunday. So I may talk Chris into going to Augusta with me tomorrow. Okay. Nope, that one's still a little bigger than I wanted. And it's good to get your right template on here so you don't have to waste as much. I mean, sometimes I watch people and they'll make one and they'll cut like half of it off. And I'm like, why did you do all that to cut half of it off? You know? Okay. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. All right, so. And I actually have like a little tiny hole right here. You can see it's bigger than the other places. So you kind of will be able to like cover up some imperfections. But make sure you get that really good on a piece of jute. I finally found the bunny with the dangling carrots. So now I can do the craft. Oh, Cheryl, that's the one that everybody said looks duck ears. And listen, I'm not going to forget Tuesday. For all the people I'm going to send the template of the truck to, the rest of the ones for the tulips, and the rest of the ones for the flip-flops. I'm going to send everybody out their stuff Tuesday morning. Y'all remember I don't work today. But I forgot the truck and everything to take to work, and that's where I scan it. All right, so see, that went on there really cute. You kind of smash it down. I mean, it's going to end up being like that. So you can even find what you think the prettiest part of your little pom-poms are. All right. I'm going to put that. And they're not going to sit up quite as high as they are right for me right now, because they're going to go on, because right now they're just sitting like fully on the top. I finally found the bunny. My baby cheesy biscuits. Just sent you a friend request. Accept it so I can send you the recipe. Okay. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you too, Angela. I need the truck and the Tula. Okay, well, Deborah, make sure on my inbox that it says that. Truck and the Tula. Even if you have to send me another message. You know, I try not to open them. I see where you've sent me some, because, you know, since they're still highlighted unopened, it lets me know, okay, this person I still need to send up. So don't think that I haven't read your messages. But I don't, you know, click on them fully so they'll stay highlighted. And these are sticking really well. Remember, like any kind of material, it absorbs your hot glue, so that you're going to get a good bond out of these two. Could I get the trunk template missing you when you're doing it? Yes, Sue. Just send me a direct message in the inbox and give me your email address and just put on there truck template. Because I already have it in my car, because I was like, I didn't want to finish. And what I had to do was I didn't have any more tulips. What I have is the whole project in there. And I'm just going to set on the top, the one that has the rust on it, y'all. So it could have like some little scraggly edges. May not be perfect. But, you know, it'll be enough for you to copy and cut out. Just cut those little places off the edge. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is going to be so cute. And I'm love that I'm able to, you know, even though the shape is definitely, if I would have just put it up there like this, you would have known what it was. But I love being able to add just a little bit of cutesy Easter to it, but still stay in like my color wheel part. And you have to do that with your crafts. You really just have to, you know, just pay attention to what you like the most about your crafts. Like if you do a whole bunch of crafts and there's, you know, say blue is your color, and you just like the blue ones more. I mean, I'm not saying you do everything, because, you know, sometimes I add a little bit of color to them. But, I mean, try it. But really kind of stick in your wheel, because you don't want to do a project that either you're not so proud of or you're not going to use it as much. Okay, so last one. I got a little runaway piece of rope there anyway, that's going to be perfect. I love it. I love it. Almost want to put one right there. Okay, so I feel like I put those too far apart. Like I need one right there. Hold on. That one's still a little wet. All right, and I'm going to do one more, because I just feel like I was so worried they would be too close that I got them too far apart. But I'm not going to run my mouth, and I'm going to get it finished. What are you making? Sheila, I am making a garland, but I'm not going to make the whole garland, because you see how time consuming it is. And once you know how to cover this up, you don't need to see another tutorial on it unless you just want to. But you could go back to the beginning, because I was still wrapping this egg. But 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1. Y'all, and I still forgot to put the little thing in it. I thought about it just now. I keep doing that. Listen, it's so easy. Lay a piece across the front and then wrap it. Because I'm having to jam my finger in there. I mean, that's like the most time-consuming little part. But y'all, sometimes if I'm making these real quick and I'm not worried about what I'm going to throw away, which isn't too often, you can just wrap them around your fingers. Like you can just do like around 2 fingers if you want it, you know, just like the width of this. I just kind of like to have this little template. So I'll make sure I do them the same every time. And I'm just knotting a piece right here. They actually have little, you know, pom-pom makers that you can buy, and you wrap it all the way around it, and then it has like a form where you can cut it. But I mean, they're not hard to make, just like this. So I tend not to get little things like that. But if I had a hard time making this, yes, I would get one. So if yours are just coming out cattywampus every time you do it, get the little pom-pom maker. But it basically is the same thing. It's just already a little template, and all the way around it, it has like a groove like that. So when you wrap it all the way around it, you can stick your finger, your scissors through the little opening like this. Is really the only thing it does. What are you making? What are you making, Angela? I am making a Easter garland. That is polka dots, and I'm putting polka dots on it instead of just leaving it plain like we did the hearts. I wanted to put a little bit of color on it. So, and y'all, don't be scared of darker colors. Like, say if you have navy blue in your living room, navy blue little polka dots would look extremely cute on this. You know, a darker red, like more like a burgundy red. I mean, Easter color really are just anything. The shape of the egg is what's going to make it Easter. So whatever you put on it is going to be super, super cute. Okay, so we're going to put this little guy right in the center. And then I think I have enough on here. Hello, Cheryl. CT house things. Hello from Connecticut. Oh, okay, CT. Okay. Everything is going good here. I should have came on. I started a surprise y'all and come on earlier, but I was real bored. But as pretty as it was, everybody, I'm sure, was outside. There we go. I mean, you know, the more I'm looking at it, I probably could have did like a little tiny one up there. I'll just keep, you know, and they pulled kind of loose, not too hard. So if I feel like, if I get it up there and I feel like I need another one right there, I may make one, but I like that it's this way. Now, what I'm going to do with the other one, for your people that are just hopping on, it was just this, comes in that little stuff, and it has the little grid with the hooks on the side. Just take all this stuff off. But on the next one, what I'm going to do, and they're still going to be little pom-poms, and I may make them even a little bit smaller, but I'm thinking of doing like either 2 of the little, almost chevron, little zigzag lines, really close, or doing, looking at it, it seems like maybe if I did one thick line with these little pom-poms and straight across. So it'll look, this one will look like this as far as the jute part. It'll just be, my pom-poms will actually be either in 2 stripes or they'll be in 2, hopefully I can do the zigzag and it holds a good shape. Hey, Chris, will you turn on the air for me, please? And Jake was jumping up on the door. All right, so we'll get that out the way, and I'll have that. And what it will do, and I'll just get over here and see those hearts up on mine. It's just going to replace my hearts here. And I'm going to put the little eggs where the little hearts are, you know, on each end. All right. So let me turn this back around on me. All right, let me get this out of the way. All right, so tonight what we're going to do is I have one of these tags from the Dollar Tree. Now, they originally started having these tags last summer. and in their spring stuff. I'm hoping. Well, no, I think I'm going to do this side because, see this like little board right here? It's not on the back, so we've got to use this side. And I hate that because I think that stuff is indented, but let's see. Let me grab my little block, and I'm going to sand this just a little bit. Now, I took apart this old chair, and I would love to do my star that I'm going to do on here with here, but I don't think it's going to look flat enough for me. So we'll probably just have to use popsicle sticks. The words on here had glitter on them. Now, they've had several other signs like this in the Dollar Tree, but they were other things. I know they had one on the 4th of July. You'll just have to see, but I could trace this for you. My hubby liked your cattywampus comment. Oh. Yeah, if it's all cattywampus, then you maybe have to like buy your own. But I also brought these out because I thought it would be really, I just really want to make my star with like raw materials. And I didn't go outside and like cut any kind of like little pieces off like I should today. But we're going to get this painted real quick. I'm going to go ahead and put my plaster on here. Color is just going to be my white. You can use the stark white anytime you do red, white, and blue. Will be fine. You look very pretty tonight. You're pretty every night, but it's not. Thank you. It's probably because I actually match and I don't have like my pajama pants on, even though it's, girl, take that vest off. The other night, Chris said, no doubt. Listen, the other night, I ran and and I forgot to tell him till the next morning, y'all. I ran to our bathroom and I put soap on it and it was still wet. So it was like coming off, but you know, it was that kind of, the material was almost like, had like a little shine to it. So I was so scared you could see that light. So I grabbed a toothbrush out of our drawer, not knowing if it was mine or if it was Chris's, whoever it was. And I like stuck some soap on it, like the hand soap that was by our sink. And I was like scrubbing it. He's out there going, that's so gross. But I mean, I couldn't help it. I really wanted something to scrub it because the paint had come off, but I didn't want it to be in the fiber and I not see it. So then, you know, Buffy was fixing to start a load of clothes. So I said, here, put this in here, but you know, you can't dry it. You have to hang it up. So the next day, I'd washed the toothbrush out because I realized it was his toothbrush. He's out there going, hoo-hoo. So I washed the soap out of it really good. And the next morning, yesterday, we were going to town and he was like going to Mimi's and he was like, I've got to take a shower. So he was like getting ready to take a shower. And I said, oh, by the way, your toothbrush might be a little soapy. He said, you better keep an eye on yours. But I mean, it was just soap and nothing was on the shirt. And I forgot to get you another one at the grocery store today. I just thought about that. I'm so sorry. He said, I know I can tell. It's funny because it was your toothbrush. But everybody saved me on here. Saved your shirt. Because it was on the paper, y'all. When I came here, I was like, where is that paint? Hey, Aunt Nancy. My favorite pattern. I think I got this shirt from like Walmart. You know, those like little $5 shirts you can get. All right. Girl, I am cheap. All right, let's see. But I love my money. I need to save it. But listen, I have found where there is a new Dollar General, y'all. And Chris said he went by it, and it is humongous. It's like a huge Dollar General, too. And so I'm hoping when I go, it's going to be so awesome. Hope they got spring stuff out because I missed their Easter stuff. And they had really good Christmas, especially Rib and Giggle before I toss. anything. I strip it, anything I can use. I keep the screws, the feet to the chairs, the rings to the crib. Yes, Beth, when we were taking apart her shed, she had like a chair to what she has now, and there wasn't anything wrong. I mean, it was kind of starting to, you know, when wood has been out in the weather, it would have been, she would have needed to like put some wax or something on it. But I was like, you don't want this chair? She's like, no. And I was like, ooh. So I stripped it down and got all the spindles off of it. This was in the back. I got some there like that long. It's gonna be good. Yeah, Chris is out of here now, but y'all use his toothbrush. He said, aha, I can tell it's not really funny. It is really funny. Especially when I went on to tell it, but I didn't hide it from him, you know, like we were in the bathroom and he was like getting dressed and I was getting dressed and I was like, oh, by the way, I don't think it was, I washed it really good. I should have just told him I was washing his toothbrush. Clean commodes, watch your toothbrush. No, he wouldn't clean it. He wouldn't clean a toilet just to get back with me, for me to save his life. You know, there's certain things Chris thinks is woman's work. And, you know, at first, listen, if you're like some kind of big feminist, don't think my husband is not, he's not like that. But there are things that he just, they just aren't good at it. I mean, if your man is good at mopping, bless you. Bless his sweetheart. Because my husband is not. He would be horrible at it. So, I mean, it would be worse. He'd make more of a mess getting ready to mop than he would cleaning. But there are certain things that are men's work that I don't do. And that one thing is taking the garbage out. He could be over on this couch, spread out, relaxed to the nines. And if the trash can gets full, I say, hey, trash can's full, can you come take it out? And I feel no guilt about it. Because we've been together 25 years, he's never mopped the floor. I don't even think he would really know how to mop, bless his heart. Clean the toilet, no. He'd let the ring walk away with you before he would clean the toilet. But like I said, because Buffy, she'll look at me when she's like in the kitchen, and she'll say, Mommy, you know, you can get that garbage. I'm like, I can't get that garbage. No, I can't. That's your daddy's work. Heard you and looked over and said, wow, she's all dressed up tonight. Connie, tell your man I said, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, his teeth will be extra clean. Yeah, because it's got like some hand soap on it. I just bought some cute stuff at the Dollar General, most for $1, Patty. I'm so excited. I started to go yesterday, but Chris and I have been in town all day. And I was just ready to come home. Oh my gosh, so funny. You cracked me up. Love that you waited until you left the room. But he knows it. Oh, about his toothbrush, I couldn't say that anymore because I would be scared he would like drop it in the toilet or something. He wouldn't, but he would love to tell me the next time I'm brushing my teeth and he sees me that he dropped it in there. Yeah, because he wouldn't be cleaning it by no means. But yeah, he doesn't do that. That's why he picks all the time when I'll say, where's the broom? If I'm getting some out, he'll go, just whistle. Yeah, because it wouldn't come to him. He doesn't use it. But, like, you know, like there's certain things that your husband just does. And I'm just like, trash is gross. But we can fill up a trash can in our house. I don't know if we're just trashy people. But Buffy and I could fill up a trash can. I mean, y'all, it's just us three here. And, I mean, I don't know what we do, but we have sometimes a bag and a half. I don't know, we have a big trash can. We don't have, like, that little big trash can. And we'll fill it up. And he knows that if he doesn't come immediately back in and put, like, a bag in it, I will throw stuff in the trash can. He'll be like, oh, I forgot a bag. And I'm like, oh, I forgot another one's in there. Y'all, we crack each other up. But, yeah. He'll come right back in and put it in there. And Buffy will just look at me and I'll just kind of tell her, I'm like, baby, there's just, when you grow up and you get you and your man, y'all kind of just have your ways. And that's just kind of one of our ways. That the trash is your daddy's. And putting the trash bag back in it is your daddy's responsibility. You know, he don't mop floors, which I don't anymore either. I'm done with all that. When you're a stay-at-home mom, you cook a billion meals and you clean up after your kids constantly. Like right now, I'm not doing all that no more if I have to go to work just to pay somebody to do it. I am no cleaner. And then I'm not even good at it. Hug kids. Hold on, hugs kids. Mine too. It will be 3 years on the 26th, but he was amazing. The office girls would always say, I want an Andy. Oh, I missed it. Are y'all saying your husbands are gone? When I got married, my mama told me, you take the garbage out once, it's your job. So I never have. Buffy is what gets me so mad is at least Chris, when he takes the garbage out, he takes it, puts it in his truck so he can put it in the trash truck. Not Buffy. She takes it out. She like sets the bag by the door. And I know y'all know as women, that's the grossest thing ever, because if something breaks and leaks, I don't want to touch the garbage, much less touch the juice of something that might come out the garbage, which it doesn't. And that's what she's like, well, it never has. And I'm like, okay, well, that one time it does, you're cleaning it up, and it's going to be something in the bottom of the trash that stinks. So, yeah, she puts it by the door, and she has to know that irks me to no end. Because then I have to say, Chris, hey, this garbage is by the door. Or I'll set it outside. And I mean, if a possum or something gets into it, I don't want to hear it. Because, yeah, the garbage, Yes, start as you go. I know your mama told you that. Paint the front top corner under the small board. Is that what I just did? Did I get it? Did I get it up under there? All right, let's see. I think I got it. Hello. Hey, Hey, Rhonda. Rhonda Fox. I was talking about you earlier. Okay, what we're going to do on here is, y'all, I know y'all going to think I'm crazy, but you see how, like, my sticks are, you know, they're lighter, and so on the back, I kind of want to do navy and red stripes instead of just white and red stripes, you know, like the normal. I want to do, let's see, where is my navy? I know it's in here. All right, here's my red, and I'm just going to use the barn red. Even though, you know, really, you can just about use any red you want to. All right, where is my navy blue? I know I have one, but, ooh. See, that's what happens to them when you don't use them. That is completely separated. All right, here it is, I think. Yes. Good blue, and it's actually called Bunker Hill Blue. You can tell these some southern people that made this, like when you got barn red and Bunker Hill. Okay, let's see. In all my little cubbies, let's see where I put my tape. You got it, you got it. Yes, okay. Really, what did I do now? Oh, no, Rhonda. I was just saying the other night, there's a Rhonda on here that is from Spokane, and she has a Rhonda with an H. So the other day, right when you said, I'm Rhonda, I thought it was her, but then I realized you had a different last name. All right, let's see. I'm not seeing my paint tape. But maybe we'll just use a straight edge. All right. All right. See, I really want to do my stripe in these colors. Maybe I'll do all three. I'll do a stripe, I like the width of this. Let's see. And I'm just looking at this really quick, y'all. I really want to see if I can do this width, if it'll make sense all the way across. Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll do all three. Because see, that way if I do my little crawl, if this will work out, see it's like a darker color. I mean, it's not white or anything. So really, what did I do now? Oh, yeah, I like my last name. Easy to spell, Fox. What did the Fox say? But yes, you have a H in your name because we were laughing. What did the Rhonda with no H say to me one night? What was it she said that was hilarious? Let's see what this is. That looks like a little over an inch. She said something one night that was hilarious. It was like something that she thought I shouldn't do or something. I can't remember what it was. And she was like, oh, that wasn't me. That was Rhonda with an H. I mean, Rhonda without an H. The fish, yes. She said, that looks like a fish, and it was my carrot. It was so funny. I think she thought she hurt my feelings. She did not hurt my feelings at all. I thought it was hilarious. All right, so I'm just doing my stripes across it, and I'm just doing the lines because I don't have my tape out here. All right, so that worked out perfect. I've got 3 that gets me to the little center thing, so we'll do 3 back this way. Y'all, look, and I'm supposed to be doing straight lines with this. I don't know if you can tell this popsicle stick is not straight. Now that one is. Yeah, she thought, yeah, it was so funny. I made something, Rhonda Fox. I made something that had like I put a carrot on it. Well, I did do the carrot at the top. I put like a little head on it instead of like making it like triangular at the top. And so she said, that kind of looks like a fish. And I mean, it was hilarious because it kind of did. And so then the next night when Rhonda got on there with an H, she said, that wasn't me. That was Rhonda without the H. So the first night I saw your name, I thought you were her versus Bunny Carrot. Yes. Like you commented on my bunnies. Yes. I said, looks like a fish. I say that on everybody's bunny now. Especially when we were like the ducks, the bunny ears that look like duck heads. And they do. Every time everybody does a craft for it, that's all I can think is those look like duck heads. All right, so let's see. Let's do this one and this one, the blue. I hope this is really good. This is a really pretty blue. Now y'all can tape and like be real precise. I'm just gonna try to make me a good stripe. And remember, we can touch it up with a little paintbrush if we need to, but I think a stripe's fairly easy. And we're gonna distress it and sand it a little bit, make it look like, you know, gotta make it look old, farmhousey. And the more paint you put on your brush, the bristles will sit down and you can actually make a straighter line. Ooh, I got quiet, didn't I? Like you commented on my bunnies. You don't need to be painting in your good clothes. Oh, no, Jenny, these aren't my good. These are like my good clothes that my clothes that I can do everyday stuff in it, but I can still be seen in public. So it's all right. Does that make any sense? What does the fox say? Oh, you don't need me, mate. Did great with my yard sale. $350. All right. I remember the last time I had a yard sale, I think I made $85, and you have to get up at like the butt crack of dawn. And so I was like, next time I think I'm just gonna donate my stuff. But $350 is all right. Now that's worth getting out of the bed. And you gotta like put price tags on everything. I love to go to yard sales. That's like my favorite. Y'all should have seen all the goodies I got yesterday. I bought a little wooden ladder for $2. It's like a little stepping stool type old-timey ladder. And you could tell, because like I said, we got out late. And I know you miss like the good stuff, but you don't miss the deals, because I think she probably had it for sale more than that. And I said, how much you want this little ladder? And she goes, how much you want to give me? And don't you hate when people say that? I'm thinking, girl, I want to give you 10 cents. I mean, don't say what you want to give me for it, because I'm at a yard sale. I don't want to give you a lot. I want to give you the bare minimum. But I hope you didn't say that to anybody, Martha. What you want to give me? Nothing. I want to take it home for free. But it was really cute. And then I got, oh gosh, y'all, I got 2 crystal vases, a cut crystal tiny little pitcher, which has got to be like a creamer, and a cut crystal platter for $3. I was like, taking this right on to the house with me. And then I got my crafting stuff. Let's see, what else did I get? I think I got like a platter, some little things I can do some crafts on here with you. I hate to do a craft on here because the little boards, you know, I could never say, you know, you get this board at your yard sale, because I don't even know where they got them from. But, ooh, it's the end of the day, and I got like a whole tray full of stuff, and she said, I'll take $1. I said, well, I'm going to give you 3. Because it was like at an animal rescue place, and they were like, I was like, she said, everybody's kind of been giving us double all day of whatever their thing is to give to like the little animal shelter thing. So that's why I gave her more. Even though that sounded horrible, I was at a came with $3, but it was really only $1. So, you know, I went up, what, 200%. Be haggling with people out there over something $1. I give you $1.50, not a penny more. How funny. I want to give you nothing for that ladder. Love it. Yeah, I'm thinking, I hate when somebody says that to you. When they don't put a price tag on something, I'm asking them how much it is, because I'm thinking you got to, the way the worth in your head, you know, hey, do you want to pay $5 for this or don't you? So, you know, yeah. So when somebody says, how much you want to give me? I'm thinking, I don't want to give you anything. I want to give you $1. Are you going to take that? But then you feel like you insult them. You know what I mean? And it's not that I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm just thinking, I want a deal, you know? So I hate when somebody says that to me. All right. So, y'all, I think with the antiquing and all that, my one coat is going to be okay. But just remember, when you use these like bolder colors, sometimes you may have to break them down and do another coat, but we'll see. I spent days getting ready for a yard sale. Even had 3 shirts for $1.25, and they were good clothes. 2 days, made $22 total for that. Last one I did, I love going to them. Yeah, I love going to them, but you have to like store it, and you always have them friends or family. I got them that says, "Oh, take this." I'm thinking I don't want to have to load up and price the stuff I have. And we live out in the country, so, I have to go to town. And, I'll do mine like in the church parking lot or something. So, you got to load all that up. You got to separate it out. It's good. I say the best thing is when, like, a neighborhood gets together and everybody's like, okay, we're going to do a yard sale this day. Even if you just do it in your own yards. That's kind of what they did this weekend. And it was pretty cool. Yes, I don't do yard sales. Yeah, I like to go to yard sales, but I'm not doing them. Doing like price and all that, $1.25. I'm just at the church where I work. We have like what we call heaping hands, and it's like a food. They serve breakfast every Saturday morning, and so people are always needing something in there. So really, that's what I do with my stuff, especially when it's clothes. I'll just take them in there. Ooh, this was a better brush. Never did get to distress my furniture. Hubby back in the hospital with COVID. Oh gosh, Judy, I'm so sorry. And he's been sick, so he probably hadn't gotten shots or anything, has he? Oh. I have sale every year. Now people know my sale, so they line up in front of my house an hour early. Darn. No wonder you making good money. Oh, no, Sherry, okay, that's different than Martha. Yeah, shoot, Sherry, they know your crafts. Oh, no, Judy, I would add him to my prayer list. Thank you, Debbie, for that. And even though these are kind of some rustic colors, this is still kind of bright for me. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of like when you think of like an old type flag, I think I'm really going to antique it all. Not the heavy antique that I normally do on the edge. I just mean kind of like what you would call like a whitewash. You can antique wash the whole thing, like a stain wash. I'm gonna make it primitive, like my primitive girls on here. All right. And I like these little pennant things. I kept several of them from this summer, and I don't think I've done one. I think I did something with the smaller ones they had at the 4th of July. But I don't think I ever did anything with this one. But I really want to stop by Hobby Lobby because I really want to look for me some. I'm dying to do like a strawberry project. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm stuck on strawberries. Maybe it's because I'm ready to eat some fresh ones. We have a big strawberry patch where I live. Been buying them from Walmart, just eating them, which I'll tell you, they haven't been bad. Just like whatever they are, wherever they're getting them from, they really are good. I'm ready for some strawberries. Buffy planted about 10 plants out here too. All right, so we got our stripe and then we got our white. And I feel like my white might need maybe another coat. But I think my blue and all that's gonna be okay. Prayers going, he was supposed to have his vaccine April the 2nd. They're going to try to get fluids off of his lungs today and heart ultrasound. Gosh, I'm so sorry. That sounds horrible. Oh my gosh, yes, we are all praying. I know we had been sick. Gosh, I hate that. Awful. All right, so I'm just gonna get a little bit of brush, and I'm probably not gonna try to get up to the edges just so I don't, oh, that water. My water is red over here now. I'm putting like a little bit of red in there, but not a big deal because we're gonna do that little staining. Just putting a little bit of coat on it. See, not much. After a month, he still tested positive, but not contagious. What? See, and I don't know anything about. Neely would probably know what that means. She's a biology major, but I don't understand any of that stuff. How, you know, I just lose a little taste and never run fever, and then somebody else I know will be really sick or something. I don't know how. That's crazy how that works. All right, you know what I do want to do though? So I think I want to paint this up here. I want to make this where it's not, and I don't want red. I think I want a blue. So it won't be so loud. I like this blue. It's smooth. It's called, what do we say? Bunker Hill blue. Me either. I did anything understand. I don't understand it at all. All right. So yeah, I like that a lot better. It kind of tones it down just a little bit. Hey, Korea, where I live, we have Man Farms, which sells a variety of produce, but they specialize in strawberries. Ooh, you hear that, Sue? And Sue, you're in Pennsylvania? Is the Bunker Hill paint chalk paint? Yes, it's chalk paint from Dixie Belle. Both of them are. I really have gotten where I don't buy any paint, but chalk paint now. It's just smoother. It has that good matte finish like we all like. Hey, in the other refrigerator, will you bring me a Sprite? Whatever reason, I'm thirsty. Okay, I brought several things up here. And the good thing is you know how that was, it had a little circle in it? I can just make out a little bit of circle so it tells me where the center is. Told me you can test positive up to 3 months after and not be contagious. That's crazy. So, and see, and Chris and I tested negative, what? From a Wednesday to, and I did it the next Friday. So 8 days later, I was negative. And Chris was that Thursday. So that's just wild. All right, so see, I have these. But I mean, and I like it to be like uneven, rustic. No. In that refrigerator back there is where the cold ones are. Please. Listen, I was in here telling them about you taking the garbage out. And I'd waited till you walked out the door to tell them about you taking the garbage out. And somebody said, I noticed how you waited till you walked out the door to say it. All right, let me see if I can make a... star out of this. I've got several different, hold on. No, I think this is too short. I mean, you probably could if I had like a while up here to kind of do me a little grid, but see, I've got those. I think that'll be too much. And see, these would be perfect. I mean, I even like them just like they are. Thank you so, so much. Just how they are. Leave them, everything, leave them the same. Except, see, like when they're going over the top of each other, that's what it's, when it's gonna be a nightmare. And I didn't want to cut them. Yeah, because then putting that together. Okay. So let's just go to our sticks. And I was going to cut my little sticks. I've got these and I've got paint sticks. Regular old paint sticks. And I actually want to cut the ends and like snip them like it's an old piece of wood. So even if we cut it right here, because those might be, that's a little bit wider than I want to use. All right, so we'll take this little indent off because I don't want it to seem like it's paint sticks. So right when the little indent, and I'll save these maybe to put some backs together on stuff. How many do you need to make a star? 6. You need, I think you only need 5, but let's see. Ooh, and I like these, because look, it's a little bit darker color. And I may need to shorten them for this, oh, Chris, your phone is back there. Yeah, I may need to shorten them a little bit for this. Let me see if I can pick it up. Yeah, they're too long anyway. No, I'm from Virginia. I'm sorry. Man, strawberries are so good. I'm from the East Tennessee. Darn, I'll have to figure out where this man's, if they like ship out. Like, I mean, if any of our local grocery stores carry them. Because, you know, I only shop now at Walmart. We don't have any grocery stores here. We have like a KJ's, but it's like the worst KJ's in America, I think. And we don't have our Bilo anymore or Harvey's. So, but if I go to Augusta and if they sell them somewhere, I'll maybe look and see if they're selling anywhere down there. All right, and I'll tell you what length I use if you want all these. Let's see what length it is. It is, I end up doing it around 6.5 inches. And so we are gonna have to like stain these to make them look old, like we're gonna make our, there we go. Okay. So we're gonna get our antiquing out because that's what we'll need from here on out. Look at that, just my little cubbies make it all fast. You need to take a break and get you a swig of your Sprite. Here's what it looked like. I may add like one more. That's what it turned out, but the other one will be different. It's gonna have like a stripe on. Dang, I missed anything. Me too. I'm in Mont. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Love watching you very much. Thank you, Nancy. You're so sweet. All right. This is when I need those baby wipes. Because my water over here looks like vomit water. Because now I've got red and blues and greens and everything else in it. But and I'm going to use a paintbrush, y'all, for my antiquing. Oh my gosh, I was just telling my Aunt Nancy and them just how sweet y'all all were. All right, I'm just going to drag it down. Oop, I don't think that up there was dry. So I'm just going to antique it all over. I mean, and you can, it has wax in it and stuff, so you can, you know, leave places a little bit heavier, more stain, you know, leave it on there like real stain. The longer you leave it on there, it'll darken it up. So see, I've done one side, and I haven't done that side. It totally changes the whole color. Me too. All right. I got my cart and I love it. Thank you for the tip. Oh my gosh. Which one did you get, Michelle? Because I can't really, I think in the long run, I'm going to say I can't live without this bigger one because it holds so much. But when it comes to moving, and I love this one over here because it moves so easy, but probably because it holds less. This one moves easy, but I probably have put way too much stuff on it. Okay. Y'all, and I brought out this to put on the top, but we are gonna change these beads. Change the white ones, I mean. All right, so we'll put these up. Whoops. I don't know how I had all that in there, but for some reason I had it in there really good. Okay. All right, so this is, we're gonna change this up here, but I like being able to show it to you that way. Okay, so while that dries, let's do these. But yes, I think in the long run, I'll get more use out of my, the bigger one. But I just, for some reason, like the little one. So if you don't want to keep quite as much stuff as I do in here, where you are, if you want to be mobile, get the smaller one. But you know, there's just certain things I got tired of taking back every time. Let's see if I got like, yep. And I don't want these to be perfect. I don't want it to be exactly that way, but I want it in some places to be darker than others, like that. You know, like different. And that probably would work really good with the little, what do you call it? What's petroleum jelly? What is that stuff called? Vaseline. the Vaseline technique, you know, to be able to strip off where you want it. See how like that one is just not covered. Ooh, I set that down in there. Should not have done that. Stained beads too, yes. I think it's gonna be a little bit harder to stain the beads, but we are, just because they're a little shiny, like they have something on them. But we'll get in it. I need a spray bottle. Me too. And I mean, I always see somebody, they'll have a spray bottle where they just like, they don't even have to like do like this. They just do like that, and I forget. And I'm always ordering stuff off in. Oh, and tonight, I'm soaking the reed. So tomorrow, we're going to make a tobacco basket. I'm going to try to make a smaller one, because I think, you know, like on my camera, I'm going to need to make a smaller one so you can see how I did it. But I saw a heart tobacco basket last night and an egg-shaped one. So I want to get like a little, you know, good on it so we can make different shapes too. I think it'll be really fun. All right, now I wanna we'll try this. Come on. I was gonna nick them on the end, but why? They'll be kind of together. You know. Remember how when you first started distressing wood and all that brand new wood, you take like chain and you beat stuff on it, trying to make it look old. Okay, I like that little nick, and we don't have to do a lot of them, but see how I just nicked that in, because I don't want them to be perfect. I want them to be like I got them out the yard. You know, I got them off an old barn, 100-year-old barn. I didn't, but we're just gonna make it look like we did. There we go. All right, I kind of like that now. It's got some little nicks. It's not perfect. This one, oh, this one will have a battle scar on it. Need a spray bottle. Hey, from North Dakota, ends. Hey, I meant to ask Chris to check on Jake outside. My new friend. We best friends now. I need to give him a treat. Y'all, he has to go, I feel so bad when he has to stay outside. I mean, it's getting like 40-something degrees. Well, last night it did in the high 40s, but I can't tell nobody what to do with their dog, but darn if I'm not wanting to. And if he just wash him, see, I'm used to dogs smelling like we do, like the shampoo and stuff. See, Jake, he don't smell bad, but he don't smell good either. So, like, God, if he were like jump up on my couch and all that, I'd have a heart attack. But I don't want that baby staying outside. I nicked that one up like good. I'm just nicking this wood up. You don't have to do this. I just didn't want it to be perfect. See, I love that one. I got like a good little nick in that one. Oh, what time do you come on tomorrow? I will come on at 7:30. I may come on a little bit earlier with that with that thing, but I doubt it. I'll try to do as much as I can out in the sun. But what I'm gonna do is go ahead and prime it before I come on here, because I want to like put like some sand, like you know, instead of glitter, like some sand on it. So it's gonna be like sand and white instead of red. I like the red and white, but number one, her house is gray and white, and she gave me like free reign on it. So, ooh, that one's gonna be good. Look at that one. Hold on, let me put some. So I'm excited. I bought some rocks just to put all at the bottom, you know, like it's a cliff and you know, the rocks at the bottom of a thing, but she likes some seashells. And I've got some pretty big seashells. And I'll show y'all some things when you get, when you get seashells, things you can do to them that, number one, help preserve them, but bring out the true colors in them. I learned a few years ago, and it makes all the difference when you get seashells, even if you buy them. And I have like, you know me, I have like some net, you know, that I could like put, but then I thought in this Georgia heat, 1 month in that Georgia heat, and that net it'll just disintegrate probably. Ooh, I got a big old chunk out of that one. I'm getting a little bit braver. Okay. There we go. Maybe they look a little bit old. All right, ends in. What time do you come on? Why, that will be fun to see the different shapes. Different shapes of what? The shells? Yeah, because you know when you think lighthouse on, they're not always red and white. Some of like the old ones are, but I didn't want to do red and white. I wanted to do tan and white. Thank you, Rosemary. All right, so I think it would be easier for me to make the star, and then stick it down on my. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna see this one I like cut kind of. I love that one. Okay. So I like that. Oh, y'all, my glue gun's not hot. Well, I mean, it's not hot, but it's not cold, but all right, so let's give that a minute. Darn it. Get all this out of the way. Get my beads. Let's figure out how long I want this thing. This seems longer than I would normally do, but we can see. All right, now this is where I'm gonna cut it, but I always cut it about halfway down to give myself enough string to tie it back, and I hope they don't go flying everywhere. And to tie, somebody told me to tie one of the, you know, the beads on here in the knot. And you can put, somebody else said put a little dab of hot glue on it just to make sure they don't come undone. So we can't do the hot glue right now because of my glue gun. Let's see if I got a little tiny drip on here. Oop, yep, I can get a little bit out. Okay. How great thou art. I'm still singing the hymns from Friday in my head, y'all. I had Amy the rest of the night the other day singing Tiptoe Through the Tula. And Stephanie was laughing at me, her mom, my oldest sister, like, why would you think she'd know that? And I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking about. Okay, I'm going to put them on the string and then put the stuff on it when they're already on the string together, because I'm going to do it all the same. So I don't mind putting it on, because if the antiquing gets a little bit on the jute, that doesn't bother me. Usually when I'm painting these, my favorite way, and I don't know why, it's probably not the easiest way, is to put them on skewers and put them on my little tray. For whatever reason, I like to do it that way. They dry good. I can do multiple coats. All right, let's see. Did you mean not stain the ends? Oh, you're talking about the ends of it. No, I wasn't paying attention. I will, I'm going to have it back out and I can rub the ends with my finger. No, I did not mean to do that. That's why I craft with y'all. And oh my gosh, did y'all see those sweet comments on there where the sisters are doing the crafts together and doing like their little Zoom call when they craft? I'm telling y'all, that made my whole day. That made it where if I only had 10 people watching me forever, that thing right there would have made it all worth it to know those sisters. And I know how it is when crafting and you have to giggle with sisters and all that, because now I got 4. We all up in each other's business. And it's good when we're all together. And I'm the baby, so I get away with a whole lot of stuff. Do you mean not to stain? You preserve seashells best with clear spray enamel. Yes. And I guess maybe I'm not meaning preserve them. I'm just saying things you can do to bring out the natural color and things that you can do to them I don't know, preserve the color, because you know shells constantly are drying out and disintegrate, and you just don't realize that it takes it longer. And they get lighter and lighter and lighter, but the true color of a shell you can bring out kind of like a piece of furniture, because you know, I think piece of wood, it's a raw, real, you know, material, a natural material. But I've got a lot of conchs. We went to Pritchard's Island once with Lindsay, my friend. And y'all, this beach was beautiful. I mean, and it's not open to the public because you have to have a boat and go way out on the end of, way past Frith Island and all that. And it's a fishing camp, so you only can get to it by boat. Well, the beach just almost looked like this untouched, just awesome place. And it had, like, when the tide started coming in, it would have this almost like little inlet, like, you know, like when it has like a little swimming pool in the beach, when it has that little, whatever it's called. It had a really big one before that the hurricane moved it all. And the conchs would come in. I mean, y'all, I have got some conchs that, the shells, oh my gosh, the shells, beautiful. The colors on them are just beautiful. And I have nothing to do with them. I don't have a beach house. I mean, but I've had them forever. I mean, I don't really do anything with them, and I'm not getting rid of them because I love them. Like one day, maybe I tell my girls all the time, or like I was asking Beth the other day, I was like, when is y'all gonna win the lottery and get me this beach house that I can make beach crafts for? Because that's one thing I don't get to do. But I mean, oh my gosh, the things that you can do. Was the 2 sisters and a paintbrush? What was that? 2 sisters and a paintbrush? I don't know. Your sisters. That would be great. went through and got it done. Like, hold on. I missed some comments, obviously. Hold on. You present, okay. I read, I need a cart. I make a mess, crafting a lot. Looks like a tornado went through. Oh, yeah. I'm talking about the carts make it where, like, when I get up, I used to spend at least 20 minutes putting all my stuff up, you know, straightening it up, where now, just like, say, maybe these beads, I do not keep out here because, you know, I got that big bucket, and it's really easy for me to grab what I'm going to do every night. That's really the only thing. So tonight, I'll, like, move my desk back in place and just put the two things on it. And now I will, every night I've been emptying my little trash can, but it makes it super, super nice. Makes all the world difference. Did you know a sand dollar live is burglary? Okay, hold on. Do you know a sand dollar live is burglary? Oh, do you mean like you're not supposed to take them home? No, I don't. They turn your fingers yellow. We used to get them from Myrtle Beach when I was a little girl. But now, you know, you have to bleach them out. I mean, sand dollars are beautiful, but they're fragile. They never make it the 2-hour home. Did you know, do you put the succulents in them? Oh, you can put succulents in them. Yes, that is a great idea. All right, what's the great, oh, you're talking about the succulents. Yes, that is awesome. Because the succulent, you can just like spray it with a bottle, can't you? Okay, I gotta sit here and think of what I was doing. Okay, because this can be, all right. I know I like that one. So. Now remember, you put in this wood, I've got these Gorilla Glue sticks now that I'm gonna let y'all know how that works out in this Georgia heat. But if you're doing anything like this, that's always my suggestion, is put a little E6000 on it with the summer coming up. I mean, ain't nothing worse than shutting your door and something falls off of it. And it's weird because it's not that the glue gets hot again and melts. It's like it just stops reacting. I don't even know how to explain that. It's crazy. Okay. All right, so I did my little triangle up. We'll do this little triangle. Hold on, let me put a little bit right there. Let me give this a second. That wax that's in the stuff, you just have to give it just a little bit. So I used to collect all my seashells here in Mildred, Connecticut, when my parents lived in their beach house. I have that same Easter bucket full of beads from my mom when she was alive. She did a macrame. Listen, I started that. And the video I watched, she just kept going so fast because, I mean, it's just tying knots. So I bought all this, like 5, 6 different kind of macrames, and I did something on a piece of driftwood that I like. I mean, nothing that I would put up, but it was kind of like my practice. But I wish she wouldn't have went so fast because I couldn't understand her. But it just seems really simple. And, you know, all that like bohemian stuff is kind of back in. I thought the girls would like it. So I got all that. I need to use that string. I probably could dye it and like use it for like jute. A husband's sick, be back. Okay, I'm sorry, Judy. All right, and I like this one that, you know, I really like gouged on. We'll put it right across the front so it looks. But so far, you know, this Gorilla Glue stuff's working good. Like I said, I'm fixing to do my Easter wreath. I know y'all think, gosh, you haven't done her Easter wreath. Which I'll keep up the whole month of April. It will, because in the Episcopal Church, we have 7 weeks of Easter. I have a huge shell my great-grandmother found on her honeymoon in 1904. Oh my gosh, Mary. See, I'm a hoarder of memories. That's awesome. See, I'd have to have like a whole, you know, beach room, even though I'd live 2.5 hours from the beach. My mom was graded it. Oh man, I think it's just something. Yeah, I think it looks like something that you could, the more you do it and you learn the way of the knots, you could do a lot of patterns yourself. All right, y'all, I'm really loving this. I'm gonna take my finger, just kind of do some of these ends. They don't have to be perfect. Well, all right. Well, y'all know what we get to do next. We get to put our little ribbon on it. The bows are my best thing. Cat on the cart. Oh, that's Fee. Fee's on my table behind here. Fee first. Fee first, come on. Come here. Come up here and tell everybody hey. Come here. Come on. Come on. I don't know why you ain't up here anyway, nosy britches. Everybody wants to tell you hey. Can you sit down? Sit down. If I had some kind of material up here he could lay on. You everybody's friend? Look. Say hey. All right. You got to sit over here if you're going to stay up here. Sit down right here. That's it. Stay right there. No, this isn't for you to play with. Okay, so that's sticking really well. So there's our little project so far. Farmhouse. Now I'm going to do same thing we did earlier on here. We'll put it all on here and just take my a napkin and like kind of we're going to be kind of washing them. I had some brown that I could have taken apart, but I think I'd had this since Christmas and we only used it once. And I'm just taking my antique with a brush, y'all, and covering it as well as I can. I'm not worried about the time because like I told you, the longer you leave it on here, the more it'll stain. I don't think it's going to stain these as well, maybe if you have some raw beads. Because like I said, I think these have a little bit of shine to them, like they have a little bit of some kind of coating on them. But you know, it's hard. Like a real stain will penetrate through even a polyurethane. But this is more like a wax stain, which doesn't penetrate as fast. Or, you know, before you can like wipe it off or do whatever you're gonna do. Let's see. It still did what we wanted it to do. And I don't really want to take it out of the little cracks so much, like leave more like in the cracks. Let me dry it a little bit. Pretty green he has for, oh, eyes he had. Do you have, you do have some green in your eyes. My sister collected rocks and she has throughout her landscape around her pool. Oh my gosh, I bet that is pretty. The cat is looking at your hand. I know, y'all, he looks all the time. He is my only cat. I mean, like, you think about the ultimate curious cat. He will sit when I'm writing something, and it's like he's looking at my hand, and he'll look at me, and it's almost like he really is like somebody, you know, reincarnated, because he will like look at you like he really, if he could talk, he would ask me questions. I mean, most of them will just kind of look at you and want you to pet him, rub up on you, and go to sleep. Not him. He will sit here and watch everything I'm doing. My other cats, you see how he's kind of like smelling, but my other cats would have already hightailed it with this noise. But not him. He's not scared of the vacuum. Oh, were you going to be scared now that I said that? You can drop something on the floor and all my cats, they'll just have big eyes like, oh, what's fixing to get us? And he'll just walk right up to you. It's just this. You can sit back down, scaredy cat. I was just bragging on you, meaning you weren't scaredy. Chris. Yep, here comes his daddy now. He loves him some Chris. You know, all of my cats are petrified of the golf cart. Like, if you try to pick them up and drive on the golf cart, they'll tear you alive. Run from the golf cart. You know, like, they'll sit on our cars, and when you go out to the car, they'll get up and get off of it. Well, Fee will get in Chris's truck. You know, in a truck, they have, like, those consoles, and he'll just sit on it. So one day he wouldn't get out, and Chris had to run over to his parents' house, and he sat all the way over there. He just sat on the console like a little kid would. You took him to Sonic? Well, never mind. He took him all the way to town. All right. It's a little bit wider than the other one, but I still love it. And I'm going to just kind of go where the staples were on the other one. Now, this is what we were talking about. Sometimes we've been doing the bigger jute for our hangers. And I don't think it's a big, you know, you don't have to do that little ribbon. But definitely on small as this is, I would definitely say put a piece of ribbon. As small as this is, you could use like a Jenga block would be fine. It's small enough where it would make it to the other side, you know, to lay flat. Oops, I moved that for Fee. I got to make sure Chris knows where Jake is. I mean, I hate him to have to go lock him up over there again. Poor thing. All right. So, ooh, y'all, and I got the cutest little ribbon for our messy bow. He's watching you up and down painting in the bead. Oh, I know. He's so curious. And I know this one, y'all, really doesn't match that, but no, and now that I look up against it, it doesn't. But I got stars. Remember I told you 4th of July is when I started doing my crafts last year. So, I do have some red, white, and, you know, it's 4th of July ribbon, which you don't really have to, you know, use that. And I'm going to use what I bought this weekend. I got this stripe. And I don't really want to do it very big either. Nothing makes a project like a messy bow. I don't have any of this open yet. These little, this right here I got at Walmart in the Christmas section this Christmas. This I got at the Dollar Tree. It's just like a little lace. Oh my gosh, y'all. You know what I just thought? And you're going to kill me. I'm not going to change anything. But how cute would this be to lay your ribbon down and use the jute to do the stripe across it? Yeah, I'm going to have to go get in there and get another one of those and do that. Too cute, too cute. And this is what I've got at the Dollar Tree just the other day. Looks like something they'll just carry. It was in their floral section, wasn't in the holiday stuff. They had this, a blue, a black. They might have had other colors, but this is the only, like, as far as like a little gingham that they had at the time. They had this little truck. And the big, I'm gonna cut up because I really want some navy. I had some jean and that burlap on here too. Such a pretty cat. Our cat's name was Curious because he was curious. Yes, my daughter's cat knocks on the door to go out and come in. Listen, ours don't knock on the door, but we have those like pull handles that go up and down, and especially Harry. The other ones will meow, but Harry tries to open it. Like if it's a bedroom door, I think he has opened those before. You know, not, you know, and then they push them open with their, yes, he has done that before. Cut that right in half, and then I have this. And I have a bigger one that's kind of like this too. And I think I ordered this off the internet. All right, and then I want my old I just love this stuff, y'all. And then we're gonna be good to go. My door's cat knocks on the door. Hello. I am not a crafter, but I think I could do this. It looks like fun. Yeah, listen, messy bow. Watch this. Hold on. Who told me that? Barbara. Okay, Barbara, look. We learned this year. I learned it just like with everybody else. Okay. Oh, let me get this little scraggly part off the end. Okay, you're gonna make an X with whatever, that's probably a terrible one to show you, but we're gonna make an X with our ribbon. Just gonna make an X, and you're just gonna keep doing that. No, let's put that on front. Let's do. You're just gonna keep making an X. Now, you can make this with bigger bow, with bigger ribbon. You just need it to all be close to the same size. You can make it, Barbara, with napkins. Ragged material would be awesome. Did I have some navy blue? I don't think I have any navy blue. No, I did not want this to be on top. I want that little blue to be on, star part to be on top. All right, you're just gonna keep making an X. And Barbara, even if this was the ugliest thing you had ever seen somebody make, I don't think I have any blue, no. Ugliest thing you ever seen. You can make it pretty with a cute little messy bow. Y'all, this is just a little piece of jute, but it's a wire. I ordered it off of Amazon because instead of sometimes tying a knot for this, I want to see how I like this. Kind of like using a pipe cleaner. So like I don't always have to tie a little tiny knot. Okay, so it works pretty good. I'll show you. I got it off of Amazon. It comes like this, and I want to say it's like 1,000 yards, but it's really little. And the wire is pretty strong, but very flexible. But it's covered in like a coating. And I just put in search bar jute wire. All right, so Barbara, there we go. And you can just start doing them around so you can see certain colors. You can dovetail the ends where you put like the little V on the end or do them to the side. I always just like it like what it is. Messy, raw ends. But I'm more of a farmhouse person. You just have to see what's your style. But yes, Barbara, anybody can do this. Look at this little messy bow. Set this little part is longer, and I want it to be long over here. Okay. So look at our little messy bow. I'll grab those two wires. Now mine tend to stand up like this because just about everything except two ribbons in here is wired. So see, it has that little lift to it. But if you use like rag material or something, just use more of it and it'll give you that little poof, but you don't have to have it. Sometimes I'll put the stuff on the corner, but I think on the corner here, or if you just put it around one of your little, the first, I'm trying to think of which one I'd like better. I think I'm never gonna change it. So I think I'm gonna not only put it on there, but I'm also gonna glue it down on the board. So I like this little wire. It's been a little bit easier, but sometimes you can use your jute in it. And what I mean by jute is the rope that we used when we made the, all right, I'm gonna put it down there so it'll kind of stay on the corner right there. Mara, gonna try and make a beehive from a big Easter egg. Ooh, Martha, you're gonna have to send us a picture so we can see. Ever put dovetails backwards? No. Even my dovetails are backward. Oh, listen, I have to pinch them together to do it because, you know, if you try to like cut it, that one side's always cattywampus and yeah, I have to like pinch them. Love it. Thank you, Barbara. I promise you can do this. The 4th of July is very special for me. My parents got married on that day. I love Americana crafts. Me too. I mean, it's endless, especially when you think about the different shades you can do. I mean, you can have that star in there. I mean, I know the colors represent it too, but I mean, if you're like me and you kind of scared of colors, if you would have did this all white and antiqued it and just put that star in the middle and maybe just put a little bow right here with a little red, white, and blue on it, I think that, I mean, you still would know what that is. So like I said, sometimes you got to ease yourself into certain colors, but y'all, I'm loving this. See, like I said, even if this is the ugliest thing that you ever thought, I like the little nick pieces of the wood, so they're not perfect. So, I mean, you can always get reclaimed wood off of something old, or you can just get new paint sticks like I did and make them look old. But thank you for the hearts. Thank you, thank you. But, you know, you can always put a bow on something and make it just as cute as you can. I like the antiquing, and I really like some of the beads. I mean, it almost looks dirty. But, I mean, and really in fashion, that's what you're doing is something is old and the color is faded a little bit. But I love this. And $1. See what we got in here now. I had 50 paint sticks for like $10. So we didn't use but 5. So 20 cents. $5.50, that's 10% of that. So 10 of $10, that's $1. $2, and then it may be $1 worth of so $3, and you got an awesome. I mean, this you could do this in a smaller version if you want to try and do a 4th of July, you know, tree or something. You know, on a small little door. You know, I love to deck, y'all. There's not a door in my living room. I got one in my bedroom, one to the half bath, one to my laundry room, one outside that you can kind of see up in the corner, my finger right there. See that big carrot? That goes out to the pond, and then the flip-flops are on the inside going out the door that everybody comes in. I love hanging things on my doors inside the house because I know everybody likes to do a wreath or whatever, but I mean, you only see that when you walk in one time. I like to see them all the time. And I have pictures up on the wall, so that's really like kind of my last hanging thing. So I put little command strips on them and hang all kind of stuff on the door. Great craft as always. Thank you so much, Judy. Love it. All right, so I will finish up my little Easter garland up here and put it up here, and because I got to do the other egg and the little eggs, and then this I'll actually go and put back in my craft room, and I can put this up probably when I take all my Easter stuff down, because the way I kind of think is if you do strawberries or watermelon, or if you just have a farmhouse, you know, you can put this maybe on like a little low shelf or something and keep it up all summer. I mean, you don't have to do red, white, and blue just on the 4th of July. You can do it, you know, all the time, especially if you have rustic decor. Love how it turned out. Love this. I have wreaths on the inside of my door, Deborah. I'm the same way. I love hanging things. Like those flip-flops, I was like, there's no way I'm putting those cloth flip-flops out here, but some mosquitoes to get in. So I have it on the inside of the door that everybody comes in. And y'all, because I made it with that poster board, it doesn't slap against the door. It doesn't make any noise. So I really am glad that I made it with the cloth and the poster board, because it's super light, and it's, like I said, it doesn't hit up against the door, even as big as it is. I like that. I should send you an address now. Darlene, I'm going to send you everything I got, because I have got a lot. Like, y'all, I mean, remember I told you when it comes back a year, taking out all the stuff that I made last year, I think the 4th of July is a pretty big box for me. Because, you know, all this Easter stuff, I'll put it up, and I like when I take it out next year, I may sell it or something like that, because, you know, we'll have more Easter to make and I won't have anywhere to do it. So, I do have some 4th of July stuff this year that I probably won't use. I mean, and I love it. And that's what's going to be so hard is, you know, I love this. And even like $3, and somebody will come in and go, oh, I really like it. And I want to give it to them, you know, I do. But then all I'm doing is sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, it's so cute. I really want it. I'm not. So I have really hard times letting things go, y'all. And I don't know why. Because, you know, when it's all cluttered up, it doesn't look good. You know, like right now in my bedroom, it's just way too much stuff. I think I hear Buffy coming home. You know, she babysits Jake. I bet she wants to, I can hear out there thinking, but he dug himself. He like jumped over his little fence. I wasn't taking him back to his jail. All right. So thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow.